Why should you care about the Irish preposition abair? This preposition abair might seem like such a little word, but it does a lot of heavy lifting. And finally managing to memorize the forms it takes when it combines with pronouns will take you a long way in speaking. If you don't learn a good number of the ways it can be used, you're missing out on all sorts of everyday expressions. What does abair mean? On. You can often use it where you would use on in English, but as with all prepositions across languages, it's not always exactly the same. It will sometimes do the work we'd use another word for in English. We'll look at some of those today, some idiomatic ways of using abair as a prepositional pronoun. A preposition is a word that connects a noun to other words by showing the relation from, to, of, with, beside, and so on. Pronouns are words like I, you, me, it, all the ones we use so we don't have to keep repeating the name of someone or something. In Irish, these two come together to make prepositional pronouns. And I have a series of videos on this topic, so make sure to check out the others. A quick note on the pronunciation of abair. Mine isn't perfect, I'm not a native speaker. I highly recommend you check out Patchy's video on the subject. The main thing is not pronounced R. So let's look now at what it does when it joins up with the pronouns. When you want to say on me, on you, on him, on her, and so on. O'Sheil's Learning Irish, which I'm using to learn Irish, gives the pronunciation of these for the Gaeilge dialect, as we see here on page 78 of his book. Orm, ort. Abair, orra, orin, ori, orb. Now these are going to differ greatly with dialect, so please do let me know in the comments how they're pronounced in the dialect you're learning or the dialect you speak. Why not pause and practice saying them that way now? He also covers the ways in which those prepositional pronouns formed from abair make meaning, such as when you're talking about wearing something or having something on. When you're talking about having a certain feature or appearance, when you're talking about an emotional state, which I'll come back to in a moment, having a name or a price, and having to do something, among many other usages. I really recommend checking his book out, and chapter 17 is where you find this particular prepositional pronoun in all its forms. Here are some of the emotional states he mentions. They are in among other items such as hunger, thirst, or having a cold that are not emotional states, but many of them are the joy, worry, fear, shame, and so on. Some may already be familiar, such as tá bron orm, there is sorrow on me, or I'm sorry. And you can use them with go or nach, where indicated. Check how many of these you know already. Likewise, the book Teach Yourself Irish Grammar, you really need to know, has a good little table. Some of the terms given here are the same as in learning Irish, but they're not all. So it's worth checking this one out too. So after the usual hunger and thirst that you have on you, you can see tá colla ort, you're sleepy, so you've got sleepiness on you. Or tá tinnes cín éis, he has a headache, and so on. Can you think of other expressions not in these lists? If you can, please mention them in the comments below so we can all learn more together. And if you're getting some use out of this video and out of my channel, please like the video and subscribe so I can keep it going. Teach Yourself Irish Grammar also has another point to make, which is that sometimes for certain expressions, two different kinds of prepositional pronouns can come together with a particular idiomatic meaning. They're not always the same way we would do it in English. In another video on my channel, we've looked at the prepositional pronouns formed from egg. Here are some phrases from Teach Yourself Irish Grammar, where both that, the forms of egg, and the forms of abair come together. Tá aithne ige orb. He knows them. You can see there ege from egg and orb from ash. To be strictly literal, it would be recognition is at him, on them. But we know if something is at him from the egg video, that it means he has recognition of them. We would say of in English, but here we say on. He knows them. Well, jumping there to the third one, tá mas agam orm. They respect me. Respect is at them, on me. They respect me. It might seem complicated at first to use two different kinds of prepositional pronouns in one expression or one sentence, but practice is key here. Once it seems natural to us to say tá mas agam, tá mas agat, and so on, it won't seem so strange to then inflect the other preposition accordingly, so it comes together quite organically. Here's another example of this doubling of prepositional pronouns from Rosnarun. Mo is gossiping about Mac's interaction with the new Dr. Béibhinn. What did Mac think he had with her? See how the preposition es is used here, where we might use of or at in English. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll be aware that I believe there's a good place for drills in your language learning routine. Let's do some drills today on this one. Here's one that might have, sadly, a lot of practical use for us. Pron is the Irish word for sorrow or sadness. So to say that you're sorry about something, I'm sorry about that, you say you have it on you. Tá bron orm faoi sin. What about you? You're sorry. Tá bron ort faoi sin. He? Tá bron eis faoi sin. She? Tá bron orr faoi sin. We are sorry about that. Tá bron orrin faoi sin. You plural. Tá bron orri faoi sin. They? Tá bron orb faoi sin. And now coming back to O'Sheill's mention of having to do something, to have to do something. It is on you to do it. I have to go off now. To leave. Tá orm imachtain is. You? He? She? We? You plural? They? Next, we'll try some drills that are not in order of person, mixed up. So if you want to tell someone they're looking good, there's a good appearance on them. Tá cuma wá ort. You look good or well. She looks good. They? He? I? Ye or you plural? We? What about when it's a feature of that appearance of how people look, like you have grey hair, for instance? Tá cruig lia ort. He has grey hair. We? She? I? Ye, yous, you guys? they. But wait, there's more on prepositional pronouns. Don't forget to look at the other videos and follow the whole series.